1. Gobi Desert, Mongolia's legendary sea of sand. The Gobi Desert is one of the most extraordinary landscapes in the world, and one of the top places to visit in Mongolia. Stretching across southern Mongolia, this vast desert is not just endless sand, it is a dramatic combination of towering dunes, flaming red cliffs, rocky canyons, and rare wildlife. One of its most iconic highlights is the Komarinel sand dunes, also known as the Singing Dunes. These massive dunes can reach up to 300 meters high, and when the wind moves across them, they produce a deep humming sound. Nearby, you'll find Bayanzag, the flaming cliffs, world famous for the discovery of dinosaur eggs and fossils. At sunset, the cliffs glow in intense shades of orange and red, creating one of Mongolia's most photogenic landscapes. The Gobi is also home to rare species like the wild Bactrian camel and the snow leopard. Staying overnight in a traditional gur camp under the clearest star-filled sky you'll ever see makes the Gobi Desert one of the most unforgettable travel experiences in Central Asia. 2. Ulaanbaatar, the heart of modern and traditional Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's capital, is where ancient nomadic culture meets modern development. It is the cultural and economic center of the country, and a key stop on any Mongolia travel itinerary. The city's most famous landmark is Ganden Monastery, a functioning Buddhist monastery, where you can witness monks chanting in traditional ceremonies. Another highlight is Sukbaatar Square, surrounded by important government buildings, and the statue of Genghis Khan. The National Museum of Mongolia offers deep insight into the country's history, from the Mongol Empire to the Socialist era. For panoramic city views, visit the Zasen Memorial Hill. Ulaanbaatar is also the gateway to Mongolia's vast wilderness, making it an essential starting point for exploring the country. 3. Lake Kovsgol, the Blue Pearl of Mongolia. Often called the Blue Pearl of Mongolia, Lake Kovsgol is one of the most beautiful natural destinations in the country. Located in northern Mongolia near the Siberian border, this crystal-clear freshwater lake holds nearly 70% of Mongolia's fresh water. Surrounded by mountains, dense forests, and traditional reindeer herding communities, Lake Kovsgol is perfect for hiking, kayaking, horseback riding, and cultural encounters. In winter, the frozen lake transforms into a surreal white landscape during the famous Ice Festival. The peaceful atmosphere, untouched nature, and authentic nomadic culture make Lake Kovsgol one of the best places to visit in Mongolia for nature lovers. 4. Terelj National Park, dramatic rock formations near Ulaanbaatar. Located about an hour from Ulaanbaatar, Gorky Terelj National Park is one of the most beautiful and accessible natural destinations in Mongolia. It offers dramatic granite rock formations, rolling green valleys, winding rivers, and wide open steppe landscapes that feel untouched by time. The park's most iconic landmark is Turtle Rock, a massive granite formation shaped naturally like a turtle. Visitors can hike around it, climb to higher viewpoints, and capture some of the most scenic photography in Mongolia. Another major highlight is the Arayable Meditation Temple, perched on a hill overlooking the valley. The walk-up is peaceful and symbolic, and from the top, you get sweeping panoramic views of Mongolia's endless grasslands. Terelj is also one of the best places to experience traditional nomadic life, without traveling deep into remote regions. You can stay in a traditional gur camp, go horseback riding across the steppe, or simply enjoy the silence and star-filled skies. For travelers searching for nature, culture, and tranquility close to the capital, Terelj National Park is one of the top places to visit in Mongolia. 5. Orkhon Valley, UNESCO Heritage and Ancient Empires. The Orkhon Valley is one of the most historically significant places in Mongolia and a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. For centuries, this valley served as the center of powerful nomadic empires, including the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan. The landscape is a stunning mix of green pastures, volcanic plateaus, and the winding Orkhon River cutting through the valley. One of the most famous landmarks here is Erdene Zuu Monastery, the oldest surviving Buddhist monastery in Mongolia, surrounded by 108 white stupas. Walking through its temples offers a deep connection to Mongolia's spiritual history. Nearby, the Orkhon waterfall cascades dramatically over ancient volcanic rock formations, creating one of the most picturesque natural scenes in the country. Horseback riding across the valley allows visitors to experience Mongolia in the most authentic way possible, following the same paths nomads have used for centuries. The Orkhon Valley perfectly blends history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes. 6. Altai Mountains, remote peaks and eagle hunters. The Altai Mountains in western Mongolia represent one of the most remote and spectacular regions in Central Asia. Towering snow-capped peaks, glaciers, alpine lakes, and vast valleys define this rugged landscape, where nature dominates everything. This region is especially famous for the Kazakh eagle hunters, who maintain a centuries-old tradition of hunting with trained golden eagles. Each year, the Golden Eagle Festival showcases this extraordinary cultural heritage, attracting visitors from around the world. Beyond the cultural experience, the Altai offers incredible trekking opportunities, wildlife sightings, and some of Mongolia's most dramatic scenery. The sense of isolation here is powerful, far from cities, roads, and modern distractions. For adventure travelers seeking authenticity, the Altai Mountains are one of the best places to visit in Mongolia. 7. Karakorum, the ancient capital of the Mongol Empire. Karakorum was once the powerful capital of the Mongol Empire in the 13th century, established by Genghis Khan and later expanded by his son Ogedei. At its peak, this city stood at the center of the largest land empire in human history, connecting trade routes between Europe and Asia along the Silk Road. Diplomats, merchants, and travelers from across the world once passed through this now quiet steppe region. Although the original city was largely destroyed centuries ago, its historical importance remains immense. Today, the main highlight is Erdene Zuu Monastery, built in 1586, using stones from the ruins of ancient Karakorum. Surrounded by 108 white stupas symbolizing spiritual protection, the monastery represents Mongolia's deep Buddhist heritage. Inside, visitors can explore temples filled with intricate carvings, Taiga paintings, and statues that reflect centuries of spiritual devotion. Walking across the open plains around Karakorum, it's hard to imagine that this peaceful landscape was once the political heart of a global empire. The silence of the steppe contrasts dramatically with its powerful past, making Karakorum one of the most meaningful historical destinations in Mongolia. For travelers interested in the Mongol Empire, Silk Road history, and Buddhist culture, this is an essential stop. 8. Hustai National Park, the land of the last wild horses. Hustai National Park is one of Mongolia's greatest wildlife conservation achievements, and one of the best places to experience the iconic Mongolian steppe. Located about 100 kilometers west of Ulaanbaatar, the park is internationally recognized for successfully reintroducing the rare Przewalski's horse, known locally as taki. This is the only truly wild horse species in the world, once extinct in the wild before being reintroduced here. The park's landscape is a vast ocean of rolling grasslands, low mountains, and open valleys that stretch endlessly toward the horizon. Watching herds of wild horses running freely across the steppe is a powerful and symbolic experience. It feels like witnessing Mongolia's untamed spirit in motion. Beyond the horses, Hustai is home to red deer, marmots, foxes, wolves, and numerous bird species, including golden eagles. Visitors can hike through the hills, stay overnight in nearby gur camps, and experience sunset views that paint the steppe in warm golden tones. Hustai National Park is ideal for nature lovers and wildlife photographers who want a genuine Mongolian safari-style experience without traveling to extremely remote regions. 9. The Tsaatan reindeer herders, a rare nomadic culture in the taiga. In the far north of Mongolia, near the Siberian border, live the Tsaatan people, one of the last remaining reindeer herding nomadic tribes in the world. Their homeland lies deep within the dense taiga forest, far from paved roads and modern cities. Reaching them requires determination, often involving long drives followed by horseback travel through rugged terrain. The Tsaatan lifestyle revolves entirely around their reindeer. These animals provide milk, transportation, and companionship. Unlike traditional Mongolian herders who live in circular gurs, the Tsaatan use teepee-style tents adapted to the forest environment. Their shamanistic traditions, spiritual beliefs, and close relationship with nature create a culture that feels ancient and deeply connected to the land. Visiting the Tsaatan is not about luxury or comfort, it's about cultural immersion. Sharing tea inside a reindeer herder's tent, listening to stories of migration routes, and witnessing their daily routines offers one of the most authentic travel experiences in Mongolia. For those seeking something truly unique and far from mainstream tourism, this is one of the most unforgettable places to visit. 10. Baga Gazrianchulu, Mongolia's hidden granite desert. Baga Gazrianchulu is a dramatic granite rock formation rising unexpectedly from the flat plains of the Middle Gobi. Unlike the sweeping sand dunes of the southern Gobi Desert, this area is defined by massive stone outcrops, narrow rock corridors, hidden caves, and weathered cliffs shaped over millions of years. The towering granite formations create a surreal contrast against the surrounding open steppe. As sunlight shifts throughout the day, the rocks change color, from pale gray in the morning to deep orange at sunset. The silence here is profound, broken only by the wind moving through the rocks. The area also contains ancient petroglyphs, small temple ruins, and historical inscriptions that add a layer of mystery to the landscape. Hiking through Baga Gazrianchulu feels like exploring a natural fortress carved by nature itself. Because it is less visited than the main Gobi attractions, travelers can experience solitude and raw beauty without crowds. For adventurers looking to explore lesser-known destinations in Mongolia, Baga Gazrianchulu offers a perfect combination of geological wonder, history, and peaceful desert atmosphere.